Victrix sent me their Pro BFG wireless controller to check out. It's officially licensed and compatible with Xbox Series X and S and PC. It's one of the most unique controllers I've ever used, with a modular design and customizable layout, including a swappable 6-button fight pad. Inside the box, the controller comes in a hard shell carrying case. It's got the Victrix logo on there, and it zips up so all the swappable parts and accessories won't be falling out everywhere if you toss it in your bag and take it with you somewhere like an esports tournament or your favorite cat cafe. Here's a first close-up look at the controller. I love those purple accent colors on there. I'm unboxing the black version, but I'll also be showing you the white one throughout the video, so you'll have a chance to see them both. This is the swappable 6-button Fightpad module for playing games like Street Fighter. The buttons are all round and flat, and they use mechanical micro switches, so they have a sharp tactile feel with a clicky sound. Very nice. Here's a set of thumbstick gates. These have an octagonal shape that's going to give you a more directional feel compared to the round ones that come stock on the controller. This is the USB wireless dongle. You're going to need to use this to connect to Xbox consoles and PC if you want to use the 2.4 GHz wireless connection. There's also the option to use Bluetooth on PC, but 2.4 GHz is a faster, less laggy connection, so I recommend using the dongle. There's a couple of different options here to swap out your D-pad if you want something a bit more traditional. We have 2 optional analog sticks, one short and one taller sniper stick. I'm a shooter player, and I find these taller sticks can make a pretty big difference for aiming because you can make more precise movements. The caps are different too. The small one has a smooth dome and the tall one has an indented cap similar to what we have on the stock sticks. This little screwdriver is for working with the swappable left and right modules and the fight pad. It's nice to have this because you don't have to go looking for your own tools when you want to make a change to your controller layout. And the only thing left in here is the cable. It's a nice quality, thick, braided USB to USB-C cable. It's 3 meters long, so it should give you plenty of room to play wired if you forget to charge up the battery. The size and shape of the Pro BFG is very Xbox. If you're used to handling Xbox controllers, you're probably going to find this one very similar. It's a hard plastic shell design all the way around. There's some different grip materials on the top and bottom, and they're a very fine texture, and they do feel comfortable in the hand. It's hard not to like this design in terms of comfort. It just naturally fits in your hands so well. I can reach the thumbsticks, bumpers, triggers, and all the buttons no problem. The stock caps on the thumbsticks are indented or concave, but you can swap these out just by pulling on them. If you like the dome shape better, you can throw that one on, and then the taller sniper stick as well. Having swappable thumbsticks and caps is a huge deal. It lets you get the controller set up the way you want it, and that can make a pretty big difference in how you play your games. So these are analog potentiometer type thumbsticks. They have a good amount of tension and bounce back to their natural position quickly. Dead zones are very tight. Tracking starts from the very slightest movement of the sticks. Overall, I like how they feel. But if you're looking for a stick upgrade, just sit tight because there's one on the way. Victrix is planning to release Hall Effect sticks in 2024. You'll be able to buy separate modules with the new Hall Effect sticks and drop them right into your Pro BFG. That's the power of a modular design. Separate component upgrades are possible without having to buy a whole new controller. We get the same kind of customization here with the D-pad. Pull the stock one off and you can replace it with one of the other 2 that come in the box. It's really quick and easy to change these out. Just make sure you press down all the way until you hear a click so you know it's locked in. The ABXY cluster has nice feeling membrane type switches. You can tell you've made a press quite easily. They're smooth and glossy, and they've got this dome top. The left and right bumpers are some of the best I've used. They're very sensitive, they're crispy, and they make a bit of a clicky sound. I reached out to Victrix to see what kind of buttons these are, and they said they're using tact switches. I can actuate a click pressing anywhere on the button. Doesn't matter where your finger hits it, just works every single time. Triggers, by default, have a long linear pull, perfect for modulating the throttle in a racing game. And they're highly adjustable thanks to their multi-position clutch system. They work by pressing the clutch buttons on the back and then setting the trigger position. If you're in the long pull mode, one press of the clutch will quickly switch them over to hair triggers with the shortest pull available. You can see how little movement there is there. That makes shooting insanely fast and responsive. Now, if you want something in between, you can press and hold the clutch buttons and then move the triggers, say, halfway down, and then let go of the clutches, and now you have a midpoint trigger. Press the clutches again, move the triggers to the bottom, let go, and now we're back to a long pull. This is an awesome system for adjusting triggers because it gives you some flexibility beyond just long and short, and it can be done mid-game on the fly once you get the hang of it. There's 4 buttons on the back that are fully programmable. First of all, I gotta mention the positioning. It's straight up flawless. They're in the perfect position to be able to find and press quickly without thinking, but also shaped just right so they're not in the way of getting accidentally pressed. To program these, you just hold the profile button. That's this little one on the back right here. Then press the back button you want to program. Once the LED starts blinking, you just press whatever button on the controller you want to map there. And then the LED will blink 3 times to let you know it's good. It's a very fast way to map buttons without software, but you can do this through the Victrix Control Hub app too. You can save 3 different custom profiles to the controller and then toggle between them with the profile button. The LED will change color, either purple, blue, or green, to indicate the currently active profile. There's 5 other buttons on the front, including the Xbox power button, and that glows purple when the controller's on. You got buttons for menu, sharing, view, and then this one down here is the function button, and it's got a tiny little LED in there. If you press the function and profile buttons simultaneously, that activates tournament lock mode. It's basically the same thing as game mode on a gaming keyboard. It's going to disable the Xbox, menu, view, share, and profile buttons so you don't make any accidental presses that could mess up your gameplay, or even worse, get you disqualified from a professional tournament. In the controller's default configuration, we have the Xbox layout with offset left and right thumbsticks. If we take the little screwdriver, we can loosen the 2 screws and then pull the module right out. Notice the screws don't fully detach. This is a minor detail, but it shows some thought and care went into the design. Without this feature, these tiny screws would easily get lost. This is also how you swap the gates. With the module out, you can pop the gates off and then replace them with the octagonal ones if you'd prefer those. Now, if we rotate this left module and reinstall it, we have a centered stick layout. And it gets better. If we remove the right module and replace it with the Fightpad, now we have a 3rd layout designed specifically for games like Street Fighter or Tekken. The Fightpad works awesome, and it's more responsive than the ABXY cluster thanks to its mechanical micro switches. This modular design alone makes this controller worth looking at. It's like having 3 controllers in one. If you go over to the Microsoft Store, you can download the Victrix Control Hub app. This takes the already crazy amount of customization on the Pro BFG and then piles a whole bunch more on top. You can remap buttons, calibrate and test analog sticks, configure dead zones, swap triggers, fine-tune audio settings, run diagnostics, and dial in vibration and impulse levels. Battery life's rated up to 20 hours thanks to its built-in 2000 milliamp hour cell. I didn't attempt any marathon 20-hour long gaming sessions to find the limit myself, but I never ran out of juice or had any problems during any of my testing, so battery life seems good. So far I've played Cyberpunk 2077, Forza Horizon 5, Overwatch 2, Rocket League, Apex Legends, Street Fighter 6, and a little old school Crash Bandicoot. I found this controller a lot of fun and I liked having the ability to try different layouts. Overall, the Pro BFG is a feature-packed wireless controller with loads of customization, versatility, and a unique modular design. And I can't wait to try out the new Hall Effect stick modules. If you're interested in picking one of these up, check the description. I'm gonna have a purchasing link down there for you along with a promo code that'll save you 10% off your purchase. Thanks for watching, get subscribed on your way out, and we'll see you soon.